Here's the wiring diagram of the current lean burn system in the car. And here's the wiring diagram. The 6-cylinder, the slant 6, which would have got you electronic ignition, standard. So, I'm going to pull the harness out of the car now with a lean burn and take it apart a little bit. We're going to combine the harness that's in there with the harness that I took apart from my donor harness, and we're going to build it. We're going to make it a 5-pin computer because I have like 4 of them things laying around, so we'll use one of those guys. We'll make it all work out. So here's our lean burn box that we're going to omit and upgrade to electronic ignition. There's already a spot in the firewall for our box to go. Where the current ballast resistor is, right there, and right to the left of it is a hole. That's for our control box. And where that orange box is will be for our ballast resistor. And everything else should fit in fairly nicely. Got the air filter off. Here's our lean burn harness. And there's a plug right there, and some miscellaneous plugs over here. Get all disconnected, pull it off the car. So we got this wiring harness from ignition. It's in alright shape. I think some critters got in my storage box and kind of chewed up part of it. So I'm gonna wrap the ignition portion of it and then see how all that looks. And we'll go from there. So I sorted out all the ignition part of that harness that I needed. So next up is the car. So here's our old lean burn harness. I'm going to cut all the tape off it, and we'll sort all the wires out and see what we need and what we don't need, and what we got to do to make this work with the new computer. Alright, we have our new used ECU. Look on the bottom, it says Made in USA. That's something you don't see very often anymore. And our new ballast resistor. Get our wires plugged down there temporarily and see how long they gotta be. If they're too long, too short, what we gotta do to make it work. Here I'm playing with the spaghetti, trying to make everything, the old harness and the new donor harness, kind of jive together. Took one of the plugs out of the old harness for the car, hooked it into the plug for my donor harness. Kind of got everything wrapped around here. Some of the stuff's kind of back where it kind of goes. I had to cut the coil wire, put a new fitting on that. And then I'm gonna test it out before I make anything final. We'll see how it goes. Alright, she's cold, but she's running on the new box. Took out the non-advanced distributor in it. Everything kind of temporarily tied together here. Now that I know it works, pull it back out and wrap it up, make it look semi-pretty. Time to ditch this guy and cover the holes up. And the box is gone, and I don't think I'll fill in the hole at a later date. We're gonna be good to go right now. I have my new harness wrapped up, some friction tape. Looks as good as it's gonna be. Let's get her plugged in and see if she starts runs again. Alright, we're up and running with the new harness. Time to swap out the distributor. Swapping out the crusty non-advanced lean burn distributor for a nice distributor that came out of a 360 motorhome. So this thing should be right at home here. And it's nice and clean inside. So let's get it in. Alright, I got it running with the new vacuum advanced distributor. Got her set about 12 degrees before top dead center. Seems to be running pretty good. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to swap out this old coil for a newer one. And then we'll take it for a spin. Alright, it's sounding a lot happier with the new ignition. The carburetor still sucks, but it is what it is for now. I think between the carb and the ignition upgrades on this guy, it's running pretty happy.